in order to go for the canopy and the canopy profile, I will of course start with the canopy profile XY. In fact, I will select that and copy a sketch directly on this sketch in a way, and then I will take this, and this in order to begin to create what I need in a way. So how will I do that? First, I will create something that will go from here to here. Okay, making sure that this and this is on the same page. Then I will create something like here to here, but I want this to be exactly on that. And I will make something like that. And here a little bit the same thing. I want to create something from here to here, but I want this to be both on, oops, sorry, this to be both aligned with that and also with that. Okay. And I will say that in fact this I will go a little bit higher up here, and here I will go a little bit higher up here. Okay, and then in order to have this shape here, which is a kind of rounded shape, I will do something like from the middle here to here. So in fact I will begin to control a little bit what I'm doing here. So that means that this I will control the angle. Sorry, I say I want to control the angle of that. Control angle that and that, for example, like 19 degrees. Okay, and I think that's gonna be also, I can force that distance here. I'm okay with that. So 4, 5, okay. I think I can also force that distance here in a way. So here, this should be 740, for example. So that should be okay. And here for this, I'm waiting a little bit to see where I could go for it. So I have this. Now I will take that sketch. So this is Cockpit cuts profile SK, and this I will extrude that like for 11 millimeters. So that means that I have this kind of thing here. And now if I take that and cut that with like for example taking the intersection of that, it doesn't want it. Okay, so too bad, that's not working. It should, but it's not. Okay, but that's okay. I see that here I'm not enough here, so that means that I think that if I want that to work, I need that to go outside. Well, that's the case. Close, and that extrude. Okay. It should work in a way, but it's not. But that's okay. Okay, so I didn't want to do an intersection between this and my cuts profile. No problem, because anyway, at one point I will need to have the solids. So I'm taking it as a challenge in a way, and I will do it. So I will take this and create a ruled surface. And then I will take this and create a ruled surface. And then, of course, you need not to forget about the last one, which is this one, and create a ruled surface. Okay. So in fact, this is fuselage, rear, uh, rear surface. Now, rear mid surface. Okay. This is the rear surface, and this is the front surface. Now I want everything to be parametric, so I take this. No, I take first this, and this. I go to the curve workbench, because the curve workbench has something which is a parametric solid. I click on that, and all of a sudden, I have my solid here. On my solid, I can do a solid intersection in part with my cuts, and all of a sudden, I have my good things here. And I think that's pretty interesting. That's a little bit the thing that I need in order to create, I would say, the cuts themselves, knowing that they are not at the proper height and everything, but it's a good start in a way. So if I'm asking for the side view here, I can see here, and of course those are very bad, but this one is good and this one is good, which is not too bad. So I will recreate a little bit my things here. So in fact, that's the rear solid, and this is supports common. Okay, so now what I will do, I will take this one here, I will create a sketch on it. Okay, plane face, yes. And what I will do is that I will create a spline out of those 2 points here. So what I will do is that I will ask for this and this, and then I will directly create a spline from here. I will see if that works with only one control nuts, and it seems that it can work. Okay, so I will stay a little bit like that. So as usual, okay, I will create a dimension from I will create a dimension from here to here, create horizontal distance of a reference, and that's going to be local width. And here I will create that, and I will create constraints horizontal distance, and that's going to be constraints local width times 630 divided by 855. Okay, he doesn't want me. Okay, well, in that case, 630. Cool, no problem. So I have that. It's not yet fully because this is, I didn't declare this as horizontal, which is now the case. Okay, it's not exactly where I want it to be. Clear. 625. Yeah, it's a little bit better, so I will stay like that. Okay, so that's one done. Now I will take that, create a plane here, plane face. I will do a little bit the same thing here. So I will ask for that and that. And then I will create a spline going from here to here to here. Okay, and in fact, that dimension from here to here, it's a reference. Okay. Now, in order to see where I should go, in fact, I will ask to look at the things from the right. And I would like, yes, to make sure that this point here it's pretty good, it's close. So, okay, so I will go here to ask for the view. And then it's a little bit too high, so I will say just like that. And it's going to be now a dimension from here to here. Vertical distance of 6.5. Okay. This and this will be aligned. And this is why I wanted to have the ratio here. But I will stay a little bit like that for the moment. So what was the ratio? If I'm going to here in the sketch, it was 625 over 865. So I will do exactly the same ratio here. So here I will say that from here to here, constraints horizontal distance, I will say 625 divided by 865 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 855. So I didn't remember exactly what was the so that was 625 and 866. 866. Okay, it was not too bad. And 55. Okay, so now I have roughly the same aspect ratio for this. So I can say that I'm good here. Now, in fact, this, I have two things here. So I have one that will start in the continuation of this line and one that will start at the continuation of this line. So in fact, the same thing here, I will create that plane face. I will ask, of course, to see only what I want to see. Okay, I will say that I want this and this. And as usual, I will create a spline coming from, let's say, here to here to here, in a way. Okay, and now I will ask for to see that from there. And as you can see, I'm a little bit too high here. So normally Sometimes I cannot manage to. Okay, so I will from that. So I need to go down a little bit. Why does it doesn't want to go down? Okay, thanks. And this is horizontal. Okay. And now I'm asking to see from the left. That's still too high. Okay, a little bit too high again. Okay, but here I'm good. So this I will take from here to here. Vertical distance of 740. That's going to be my point here. And here, same thing from here to here. Horizontal distance as a reference, 78. And now I need again to remember. So, but I will take that as my reference. So it's going to be okay. So here I will take that, and here from here to here I will take an horizontal distance that is going to be this, where in fact, okay, it's not, sorry, it's 878. Okay, and the last one, which is this one. Of course, I will have also to take care about the other point that is in the continuation of this. Okay, but okay, so I will go on like that. So I take that face. I want that to be on the plane face again. Okay, and then I'm asking for that on that. I'm asking for this here. Okay, I'm asking for the distance here, which is a reference. Okay, I want this and this to be horizontal, and then I want from this to this in the horizontal distance to be that, except that here it's 750. Okay, as you can see, yes, the control is not too bad. It's not exactly good. So if I'm taking that as a reference, I see that this has changed a little bit towards something like that. So it's not too bad. So you see that this ratio is kind of kept in a way. So the good news is that I have a good thing for that, but for the other one, unfortunately, I need another cut that will be in the same way than this one, except that it's gonna end at this level here. So in fact, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna create a sketch on this one. Okay, I want to see that. I do not want to see my cockpit support anymore. I just want to see my sketch here that I want. And in fact, I will introduce that curve. And then I will create a something that will go from here to here. Okay, and of course I will follow that line as fully as possible. This is the horizontal axis here. It's not exactly the same because I need to go a little bit further here. Something like that. Okay, I will, in fact, I should know how much is the difference between those 2 points. But for now, I didn't look at it really. So now I have this sketch, and this sketch, which is a first loft. So I will do that. So I'm going to parts. So 109, 110, 113. So this is 109, 10, 13. That's a first loft. And then from the other one, I go from 11 to 12. 11, 12. That's the second loft. Okay, and here you see exactly how you can create this thing here, which is basically the canopy. The basic shape of the canopy. Now, of course, you need to carve out the windows and everything like that. But in a way, everything is there. Yes. Of course, you will have to add the rounds here and there and whatever, but I'm going to dive into that when we will end up doing the parts themselves.